Yo, 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 yo. Yeah, let's get right into it. No foreplay, just right into just right into it, man. You know, starting off with GU today. Starting off with Mr. GU, right? Really nothing. Really nothing, bro. There was something, but it turned out to be nothing instead, right? I think this was the most interesting thing to happen all day. Let me just gather my thoughts. This will be channel highlight there, which will in turn make this the internal though. I think I need to speak a tiny whiny little louder. Alright, cool. Yeah, GBP USD this morning around 8, 9, right? I already had my eye on it around here, 8:15. We went down, I was looking for the break of structure right there, the I bars. We did not get that, right? We just swept this low, came back in. Once we came back in, I was not interested in anything in here, right? Looking to play the risk entry, no thanks. And then it followed up by going down again, right? Going for the I-boss again and successfully getting it this time. Successfully getting the I-boss. So usually what we would do is look for the risk entry in here, right? But peep this. This is like a it's like experience. I forgot what the word is, but whatever. Like with time and experience, you get to learn that whenever you have a break of structure, but the next candle just like comes back and closes within the break of structure, right? Typically, these don't hold up. They I want to say they operate basically the same as sweeps, right? But they're a little bit more of a trap where you feel like, okay, you do have a break of structure, so this should hold and go down, right? But it's more of a trap as well, where whenever the next candle, right, just closes above the break of structure, in most cases it does not hold up, right? So in here I would not be looking for the risk entry, rather look for the 5-minute confirmation, of which you don't get one. And then just like that, man, you save yourself from a loss. Save yourself from a loss. And then we just bobbing around, went up, came into here. Technically, this whole area is a zone. Technically, this whole area is a zone, but as you come in, I don't get that chalk, right? And then we end up sweeping this. Oh, I hope. Shucks, I forgot to connect my earphones onto the computer. Hopefully it gets audio. Even though I don't use like the computer's audio, I actually use my phone's audio. But for me to be able to sync up the audio in editing, it's easier when I have like both of them running at the same time, because the audio on the laptop is actually just ass, so I do need an external mic, aka my phone. And now I probably just wasted 30 seconds trying to connect my earphones, which are off, I believe. Should I waste more time trying to get them to turn back on and connect, or hope for the best and man, I don't Shit. Did I just waste 6 minutes of my time with this thing not recorded? Actually, you can. It's gonna take a little while, right? If my audio was not recorded on the laptop, I would have to start editing from the back of the video going forward to sync up the video. You know, sometimes it's not like perfectly synced. I do notice that, but I wish it would connect as of now, but it doesn't want to. And I think I will just continue without earphones. Hopefully it's recording. What was I saying? Okay, this is a zone. This is a zone, right? Valid zone, but we do want to see that chalk since it's heavily bullish. And then we don't get that. Eventually we get the sweep. Comes down this tiny internal sweep there, sweep there, sweep here, sweep everywhere. Not great price action at the end of the day, like just before New York and into New York. Not really what I'm looking for, so I don't have a problem with not being involved in anything that happens within there. And then USD CAD, if you wanna go to USD CAD, sir. Same thing this morning, right? We came into the 4 hour yesterday. My expectations are for a higher pullback, right? So in my mind, I'm looking for buys, right? I'm not interested in looking for sells. We come into the morning, had an IPOS here. This would have been all this here. Whichever one you would have wanted to use. It really doesn't make a huge difference. Would have been the high. Right, this is the high, this is the internal and swing low right here. And then this morning, looking at this, right, this is the reaction from here. Right, this reaction only got a chalk or internal of the internal break, whatever. But it's a pullback, right? So I was looking for it to break out and sustain the break right there before looking to play continuations within here, and then we didn't get that. Came back in, swept again, and then yeah, after that really not interested in anything else within there, because every other zone within here basically failed to do its job. Whatever is in here failed to do its job by not creating a new high. So at this point I'm not looking for sells, right? I was looking for buys. So whatever happens in here, I am not interested. As you can see, also not the best of price action. And then this DXY, Euro, JPY, a little bit interesting with this one, since we did establish we are within a range yesterday, so it does make trading this a little bit tricky. I think overall, because we came into here, I'd be looking for sells, but at this point right here, like going in and around, fuck. Switch off the market. When you're like in and around these lower half areas, this is where you typically look for buys, right? You would look for buys within here. That's where I would go and ask myself whether this tiny move in here is enough to be justified as internal. If this is justified as internal, you would then have your IPOS. You would then have your IPOS here. You'd have your IPOS there, which would in turn mean this is a strong low, right? It should tell me this is a strong low, and if this is a strong low, it would then mean you'd be looking for buys in there, right? You would have been looking for buys in there, same as you would look for buys within here, depending on if you viewed that as enough to be internal, because you kind of like in this lower half, or not lower half, but the low of the range. Lower half is also whatever. I don't know, I'm babbling. It's not the best of price action. It's not clear, right? You have to use a lot of discretion in here. Discretion is okay, but we want the clear stuff, man. We want the easy stuff, the easy to repeat stuff, not this where you have to ask yourself and squint your eyes. Is this enough? Is this that? You know, want the clear stuff. So Euro JPY maybe for the next kind of few days, weeks, maybe won't be the best of pairs. Hence, it's good to look at multiple pairs in case one of your pairs is just acting out like that. And then last but not least, we have Euro USD. It's pretty much the same as Euro JPY. We don't have these huge trendy moves anymore. It's just stuck up here, right? There's no fundamental news moving the market crazy in like certain directions. So we have to play within the ranges. Right now we tested that, went up, swept that, came back down. I guess this would be a decent area to look for buys. Coming into today around 8-9, you'll have the sweep of the Asian low, but no chalk. The chalk would have been up here, and by the time you get the chalk, this is pretty much moving. It's already pretty much moving, which would then at this point mean the IBOS is there. The IBOS is there, the internal low would be here. And then yeah, we'll just probably tomorrow keep looking for something like this. I think that would be the idea, but also not the most fantastic of price action. So yeah, you have to practice a lot of caution in here when looking for trades, right? Not really clear in terms of direction, so you have to be extra careful. Yeah, and that's it, man. Peace. Have a good one.